Hello everyone, this is Ted with OAXRAY, and today I'm going to show you how I can buy your Amazon account for $2,000. What I want to talk about is something that I see every single day on Facebook forums and just online, Twitter, and all these different places, is people offering to buy your Amazon account for $2,000, especially if it's aged, if it's over 2 or 3 years old. And I wanted to kind of go over that with you today and how that works. I am not going to buy your Amazon account, but I'm going to talk about why people offer $2,000 to buy your Amazon account and how you can avoid a scam. And I'll show you how everything works, and we can talk about it right now. So here I am on Amazon.com, and we have all these different kinds of items on here that are for sale from sellers like you and I. If we look here, we have Sony PlayStation, and you say, what does this have to do with selling my Amazon account? So I'm going to show you how this works. So you have an Amazon account that's 3 or 4 years old. You're excited. Maybe you haven't sold in a year or two, so maybe you have a couple hundred feedback. Old account, not in use anymore. So you say, let me flip it for $2,000. I get money. They get an older account. They get instant payouts sometimes. They get to sell in more categories. Everybody wins. This is great. But the problem is, what happens, not every time, but sometimes and often, is someone buys your account. Then they go to something like this, PlayStation, let me see, PlayStation 4 listing, PlayStation 5 listing. And they use your account. They switch over the bank account and everything like they should. And then they list an item like here. Here we have a USA Gear PS5 console little container. It's $100. What they can do with your account, since it's been used and has a whole bunch of feedback, is they can now offer hundreds of these for sale. So what happens is they offer this for sale, and it's going to ship out to the customer. And depending on what your limit is, so you may have a background limit of $10,000 in sales or $100,000 in sales. Maybe that was your high point 2 or 3 years ago or whatever it is. So they sell as many of these as possible. Then, since Amazon trusts you because you have hundreds of feedback, you have all of this past information with them, and they know that in the past you've always shipped your items on time. But now your account is in the hands of someone else. So they can now list this item right here. I selected it randomly. There's no reason really why, except for the high price tag. But if I list 100 of these for sale at $100 a piece, I'm going to clear about $8,500 from those sales. Since the shipping says it's going to take a few weeks to get there, so let's say I say it takes 2 weeks to get there, I can get my payout, or the scammer can get their payout before any of the items actually arrive to a customer. So what they'll do is they can send out a box of, let's say, rocks, sand, whatever it is, something that feels about the weight of this item. They send it out merchant fulfilled from their home or wherever they are. And what they're able to do is they're able to get their payout of $8,500 in this example. And then no one understands what's going on until it's too late. So they get their payout, they get their $8,500, and then all of a sudden Amazon goes, oh, it looks like someone is scamming people. All these people start to complain, and now you have 100 strikes against your account. And what ends up happening is sometimes, depending on what they change for the account, your name might still be on there. Your business name might still be on there. The address of where the stuff is coming from might still be your address. The only thing they may have changed is actually the bank account information. And if you went through the process with them and you allowed them to do it, then they might be able to provide all the documentation to properly change the bank account. So then you get a notification from Amazon, because maybe you're still on the Amazon list as being the person who owns the business. And they say, hey, where's our $8,500? You just got a payout of $8,500. All of these people start claiming problems against your account, and you may be on the hook for what this scam artist did. Depending on how many people you scam, depending on how much, or not you, but the person who bought your account took, it may cause the police to come to your house or whatever that situation is, depending on how much was stolen. It could be Amazon's coming after you, trying to go after your business or whatever the situation is there. So what you want to do is, if you have an old account, generally it's not going to be worth very much, but sometimes it is. So there are a few companies, Empire Flippers and a few other companies, which actually sell accounts. So this is one of those things where you're going to pay a fee if you want to sell your account. Generally, people will only buy accounts if you have a strong brand attached to it. So this right here looks like it is probably someone's private label items. You can look at the item, the stuff right here. But if this was someone's private label item and they said, oh, look, I'm selling $500,000 a year in this, I'll sell my account for, I don't know, $1 million or whatever the situation is. Then Empire Flippers is the middleman. They hold the money. Then you are able to make your deal, do the transaction, do all that stuff. And only when everything is settled do they release the money to the proper parties. So that is why you go with a reputable company. Empire Flippers is one of them, but there are other ones out there. So you can check on Facebook if you really want to sell your account. But in most cases, your account is not worth anything to a legitimate seller, because for free, I can start an Amazon account. I can get ungated for less than $2,000 if I really want to. And I mean, there are some benefits to having an older account. So maybe there's some legit buyers out there, but I probably wouldn't go through anything that is not verified with a company with a good reputation. So I just wanted to catch everybody's attention with my title to say, hey, I'm happy to buy your account, but I want everybody to understand that scam artists are out there. And if it sounds too good to be true, like, why is my account worth $2,000? Well, it's generally not. So if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not. And if someone offers you money to buy your account, if someone offers you money to send out emails or package packages or do any of this kind of stuff, your radar should be going up. And you should be saying, how could this actually work out? Because whenever I first saw this happen, I had a friend who needed some cash. And I was like, oh, yeah, you have an old Amazon account. Why don't you talk to this person? But before I did that, I thought about it and I was like, I wonder how this works. Did a little bit of research and I found that there's a lot of people out there buying accounts. And then I read up on and looked at how the scam works or can work. I'm not saying everything is a scam, but often these are. So if you're looking to sell your account, go through a reputable person. And I just wanted everybody to know about that. So thank you guys very much. Have a great day and make some money using OAXRAY.